Stein here, and I am back again with a brand new video. So before I begin this video, as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching this one. If you enjoy my content, you know what to do. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and make sure you also follow up on previous content. And also leave my Instagram below. If you have any questions, you can DM me there. I respond very quickly. So with that being said, today we're going to be taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy M12. So Samsung's lineup keeps getting bigger and bigger, and they're introducing their new M lineup. And this is called the Galaxy M12. And so let's talk about it. So starting with the front of the phone, the design itself. So the screen, it has a 6.5 inch screen, and it is 720p. But the nice spec about this screen is that it's 90 hertz. So definitely faster refresh rate, which is great to see on a budget phone, especially a phone that will cost around $180. So also on the front, you can see that they also decided to go with a teardrop front-facing camera, so no hole punch or anything like that. But definitely welcoming to see a 90 hertz display on a budget smartphone. So the back of the phone has an interesting and reminiscent design. It kind of looks like the Pixel 3, where you have a matte finish on the top and a textured glossy finish on the bottom with your Samsung logo. I think it looks fine. I think I would have to get it in person for me to actually judge the way that the phone looks. And if you actually zoom in on the back of the phone, the matte material has this kind of straight line, like vertical lines as a pattern for, I'm not sure if it's going to have texture or not. And the camera setup is interesting because the main camera is actually a 48 megapixel sensor. So you have 1, 2, 3, so you have a 4 camera, so a quad camera setup. And the main one is a 48 megapixel, and it is at f2.0. You have also an 8 megapixel ultra wide, a 2 megapixel macro, and a 5 megapixel depth sensor. So the most interesting part about the camera for me is that main camera, which is the 48 megapixel, and the ultra wide 8 megapixel sensor. The macro and the depth, they're gimmicks. Let's be real, they're gimmicks. And the front facing camera has an 8 megapixel sensor. And so both cameras, the front and the back, can shoot 1080p, by the way. As far as the actual specs in terms of processors and things like that, this phone is going to actually be supporting Samsung's Exynos 850, and it's an 8 nanometer structure, and it's followed by the Mali G52 as far as GPU goes. And this phone is going to come in different variants. So you have your 32 gigabytes of storage, 3 gigabytes of RAM, a 64 gigabytes of storage, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes of storage, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and a 128 gigabytes of storage with 6 gigs of RAM. So specs seems to be decent. The other thing that I want to mention and talk about is the placement of the fingerprint sensor. So it's not going to be underneath the display or anything crazy like that. It's not on the back. It's actually housed within the power button. So that's nice to see. And also, to me, the biggest feature when it comes to this phone is the battery. So the battery is a shockingly 6,000 milliamp hour battery, which, if rumors are true, it is absolutely insane. I mean, this phone should last not day, but days. So that's something that I'm personally looking forward to, and that would be nice to see from Samsung. And more coverage will come on this phone once it's officially released on the 18th. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the United States that day, but I hope it will be. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching.